be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.
What's the deal, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Tuesday. I hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Pull up a seat. I hope you enjoy the content. And before we get into this food, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe, and go ahead and tap that bell while you're at it so you're notified anytime I drop a brand new video, go live, or schedule a premiere. All right, y'all. So it's Tuesday, so it's only right that we have tacos on this here Tuesday. And I'm going to let you know exactly what's inside of everything. So I got me some lettuce wrap tacos. I want y'all to see all the veggies, all this freshness I got going on right here. So this is romaine lettuce that I use. And these, my friends, are raw vegan tacos. So, again, I'll get into all the details in a minute. Let's take a bite first. And I'm going to go ahead and use this yellow bird. And I'm using this because I love the ingredients in it. It has organic carrots, jalapeno peppers, onions, garlic, salt, lime. So it goes right in line with this meal. I don't feel like it's throwing anything off. So let me go ahead and get this first bite. Mmm. Mmm. That's good. I like that. Lots of flavor. So like I said, this is raw vegan tacos. So my meat is walnuts that I soaked for 2 hours. I put them in a blender along with some baby bella mushrooms, throw in some taco seasoning. So that is my meat for this taco. I like that. It's good. I'm impressed. Shout out to Pretty Pump Fitness, which is ran by Rashida. I'm actually doing a 21-day vegan challenge. I'm doing a 21-day vegan challenge, and Rashida owns Pretty Pump Fitness, and I signed up. You know, she's committed to helping women become plant-based. So the timing of it all just felt good. I wanted to reset. I wanted to be held accountable. And this is only day 2 for me, but I'm really enjoying the process so far. So the first 3 days of the challenge are raw food. So, made it a mess. Oh yeah, this is good. And the best part about eating raw is that it's easy prep and easy cleanup because I don't have to deal with, getting olive oil. I don't have to deal with skillets and all that kind of stuff. It's really just a bunch of chopping, and I'm gonna have to use the blender. So the prep and cleanup is a lot faster. Let me tell you about my toppings. So I got my meat, tomatoes, avocado, cilantro, green onions, and yellow bell pepper. This is so good. It's light, it's fresh. Still has that taco flavor to it because of the seasoning. It doesn't have like a heavy nutty flavor. Like the walnut flavor is really mild. So you can't even taste the walnuts, to be honest with you. Like when I bite into it, all I taste is taco flavor. So, it's good. So if anyone is interested in doing any type of challenges, or I don't know, is considering the vegan lifestyle, check out Pretty Pump Fitness. Again, it's ran by Rashida. I will put her information below. She is amazing. She has this app that we work out of, and it's so easy to follow. I know I'm in good hands, y'all. So I absolutely plan on being successful with this challenge because she got everything well organized. It's easy to contact her. Like, I'm loving it so far. So what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How was the week going so far for me? It's going good. It's busy though. It's busy, but it's good. Because a lot of work to do behind the scenes, you know. I got a lot of admin stuff to do. Got a ton of admin work. That's been keeping me busy today. You know, I'm still behind. So, but how y'all doing? I hope y'all okay. Hope you're safe. So, I am going to start a new story time series on Thursday. So I'm about to do one more one-off story right now. And then we'll get into the story time series on Thursday. All right, so I'm going to tell y'all this story. It has a lot to do with determination, a lot. And it involves me, but it involves somebody else and their determination. And I really thought about this the other day because I was like, you know, you just forget about certain parts of your life. This is actually a college story. So, it was time for me to start going to college, and I went to a commuter school. So most of the students there commuted to school, and I was one of them. And I'm gonna say my drive to school was about, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour, easily. So that's, you know, one way. So I would potentially drive 2 hours a day for school when I would go. And you know, it would take me a long time to get to school because I couldn't drive in the carpool lane because it was just me. But whatever. So I remember I got a phone call one day from my friend named Trey. Now, me and Trey didn't go to the same high school. We went to rival schools, actually, but we were friends. And I would always see Trey because in my high school, we didn't have our own football field. So my school actually played our football games at Trey's school on Friday nights. So I would always see Trey. That's how we became friends. You know, we would get at each other with our team spirit and talk about our schools and stuff like that. So we had a good relationship, and we ended up going to the same college. So Trey calls me one day and is like, you know, Rhonda, he had a really good friend named Donovan. And he goes, you know, Donovan lives across the street from my old high school. You know, would you mind picking him up in the mornings? Because Donovan got accepted to the same college. He's like, Donovan doesn't have a ride. So picking Donovan up meant me going backwards first before I can go to school. But I'm like, it's cool, you know, whatever. I wasn't close with Donovan, but he used to date this girl that went to my school, so I would see him around. So I knew of him. And I knew that him and Trey were really good friends. So, you know, I trusted everything would be fine or whatever. So, you know, I picked Donovan up. And he was a real cool guy. It wasn't awkward between us or anything. He jumps in the car and, you know, we just started talking. A lot of our conversation was about music. I quickly learned that he always wanted to learn how to be a rapper. So we would always play these instrumentals. All these different instrumentals from like these CDs and stuff that I had, or also some cassette tapes, right? So we would put on instrumentals and just being a freestyler, having fun, you know. I guess that was kind of our way of breaking the ice and kind of like just being cool with each other, like building rapport, right? So we would just have fun, you know. It made my drive go by a lot faster, you know, having him in the car. And I would also now be able to jump in the carpool lane. You know, so again, I don't know a whole lot about Donovan, but he's making me feel really comfortable. He's easy to talk to, and we're just kind of getting along well, right? Oh, I would say we're about 2 or 3 weeks into like us carpooling to school together, and Donovan is like super grateful, always on time. You know what I'm saying? Like just doing his part. Like he was always waiting outside for me to pick him up, which I can appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't like waiting, y'all. In terms, if I'm coming to pick you up, like, you know, be ready and let's get on the road. You know what I mean? So he was always ready. And I didn't know much about his family life, and I didn't really ask much about his family life either, you know what I'm saying? But as the weeks went on, you know, I felt like we were really starting to establish a friendship. So he kind of was just like telling me that things weren't the best at home, and he eventually mentioned that there was some like financial issues at his house, and you know, things were just really, really tough at his house. Like they were strapped for cash, you know what I'm saying? And there was even one point where he mentioned that they didn't have electricity, you know? So things had to get done by a certain point, you know, at home. So I was like, damn, like y'all have electricity, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, you know, we're strapped financially, and you know, that's one of the things that kind of got cut off. So I was like, damn, you know, I feel bad. I'm asking him, is there anybody I can help, anything he needs? He's like, no, you know, Ronnie, you're doing more than enough by picking me up for school. So I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. So I'm like, damn. So I remember one day he goes to class. I was waiting for him outside of his class, and he was like, you know, Ronnie, can you give me like 15 minutes? I'm like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. So I'm kind of hanging out, you know, waiting for him. And he comes out, and he's carrying like this big old stack of paper that he just got from like the printer. So I'm like, what's that? He was like, oh, you know, this is my book for my class. He was like, I can't afford any of the books here at school. You know, so what I do is I find somebody in class, and I'll just go copy the book myself. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew somebody in the printing center, and they would make him, you know, help him get his copies and stuff made. So I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. And I think the thing that threw me off the most was that, like, he never made excuses for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would see him, like, bringing his lunch, packing his snacks. But he was enthusiastic. He was committed. He was determined. Like, I was like, dang, like he really wasn't tripping off of his circumstances. Like, I mean, because they were beyond him. You know, it wasn't his fault that things were tight financially at home, you know? And I think he had every reason to make excuses about stuff, but he never did, you know? And, you know what I'm saying? So he would wear a lot of the same clothes. Like, nobody never treated him differently or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? We always had his back about stuff. You know, but he would rotate like the same clothes pretty often. You know, he would try to stay on campus when he could, you know, to stay on top of his studies or to be in study groups and stuff like that. Like, he just did whatever needed to be done to make sure that he was getting through college, you know? And like, looking back, like, I really admire that, you know, to be that young and to be that driven. And maybe a lot of it was like, hey, like, I see what's happening in my household, whatever's going on with my parents, and I don't want that to happen to me, you know? But to be 18, 19 years old and committed like that, it was just real inspiring, you know what I'm saying? And I remember, like, we'd be in the car riding. We listened to a lot of No Limit. I mean, No Limit all the time. A lot of No Limit. And we'd also listen to the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. The album came out when we were commuting together, so we would listen to it. That was mandatory. We would start with Lauryn Hill, then end up listening to somebody from No Limit. So we had a lot of great times together, like a lot of fun. And it was really nice, like, building a relationship that I didn't expect to build. And it was just really nice to see somebody who just had a positive mindset. You know what I'm saying? Even though most of us may think, like, how can you be positive in all of this? But every time I picked him up, he had a smile on his face. He had a bounce in his step. Like, he was so enthusiastic and excited about life. Like, I never really saw him sad, you know? Being that kind of person back then, I can only imagine what Donovan is doing with his life. We lost contact. And like I said, I haven't really thought about him in so long, you know what I mean? And I just hope that he's doing well. I'm pretty sure that he is. And it was nice just even thinking about him, like, and just thinking, like, you know, we don't have to be a victim of our circumstances. We don't have to sit up and make excuses. I know that it's very easy to do that. But then we get to a point of like, hey, okay, this is the hand I was dealt. What am I going to do with it? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this situation going to control me for the rest of my life? Am I going to be down and out for the rest of my life? You know? But when you have that resilience and you're able to just push through, you know what I'm saying? Because some circumstances are just beyond you. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with you, but it's a part of your life. And how are you going to overcome it? What are you willing to do? And that's what I see and think about when I think about Donovan. So Donovan, I don't know if you're watching this, I don't know, somehow, some way, I hope that you are doing well. And we had some really, really good times together. We really did. So that's it. That's my story about determination and just not being focused on lack. You know what I'm saying? Thinking from a place of abundance. And I know it's not easy to get to that mindset in that place, but if you can just envision what you want and what your goals are and just chip away at it one step at a time, one day at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just continue to move in the right direction. I promise you it ends up being worth it. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. That's my story, y'all. I thought about that. And it made me happy just even thinking about him. Like, I would love to see his face. I'm going to try to find him on social media. So y'all wish me luck. All right, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here. I appreciate you watching. Make the best of the day. All I want you to do is be good to yourself. Peace.
I be beaming, I be booming down that block.